Yo, what up, is Don?
Sammy Lee here.
We are the Soul Brothers back up in it. Had to mess around and get the T-Mac Millennium.
Adidas kind of killed it, man, with their new lineup.
For real though, I bought the T-Mac ones, and I used to hoop in those.
They're pretty trash, I heard.
Yeah, they're pretty garbage.
Yeah.
Back then though, it's all we could do though, you know.
Yeah, I feel like Adidas should have kind of like, waited, because they just released like 5 shoes all at once, and you can't hype a shoe up if you release an entire lineup.
They just dumped a bunch, and this is an expensive shoe. This is coming in at $160.
Yeah, it's freaking expensive,
which is
for a retired dude.
Yeah. Like,
Hardens are $140. It's basically not, like, the materials aren't as nice. You have full-length boots. So I don't understand the price point of this.
I don't either.
But yeah.
But it's a premium shoe.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, let's get right into it. This is the T-Mac Millennium.
If you guys want to cop, we'll leave a link below.
Yeah.
He did play in it yesterday. Yeah. So tell us your first wear thoughts and first impressions.
First wear thoughts and impressions are good.
Good.
The traction seems really good.
Yeah, he was sticking. It was squeaky, bro.
Yeah, squeaky. Nice high-pitched squeak. Was picking up a little bit of dust, but
a little bit.
Pretty simple wipe, and it's a herringbone pattern, fully translucent.
Yeah, dude.
Can't really go wrong with herringbone. Well, you can, I guess, if the compound's bad, but the compound seems pretty good, so that's cool. And then the cushion is Boost, full-length Boost, and it feels just like a Harden.
Really?
Yeah, it reminds me of like a Harden 2. A little more than the Harden 1, so yeah, I'd say more Harden 2.
But like the 2 was like, it was caged in the cup heel right here, right?
Yeah, so no, you don't have any of that. You
yeah.
have more compression in the heel. It's a nice heel to toe transition, feels like,
And another thing I noticed is that the rubber does come up a little bit in the heel right here, so I guess that cages the heel cushion a little bit so you don't have as much mushiness / I guess compression in the heel, which is good for boots.
Yeah.
But it does look significantly thicker than the Harden 3s. It reminds me of the Marquee Boost though a lot, especially in the heel.
Yep.
But yeah, it feels nice.
Feels really nice.
How's the cork feel though? It does look a little thick.
The cork feels actually really good.
Okay.
I feel like it does come up a little bit more. So you're not really sitting on all that.
Okay.
It kind of cups up a little bit. So cork feel is still pretty good. And in the forefoot, you can actually feel the Boost a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
But you still get a ton of cork feel, and response seems like it's gonna be there, which is cool.
Cause like the strobe board, now that I'm looking, is pretty much the same exact strobe board as the Marquee Boost. It's like stiff, but like once you break it in, you can actually feel the boost underneath it, which is really interesting.
And they use these really, really thin, cheap insoles.
Yeah.
Which
not a huge deal.
Not a huge deal. It'll take out, it's not amazing stepping comfort supplied by the insole, but it'll allow you to feel the boost a little more.
Yes.
So there's that.
You guys already know Boost is real nice.
Yeah.
Moving on to the upper though, the upper seems like pretty crazy, dude.
They just say it's full synthetic. They just use the word synthetic.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a full synthetic upper.
Even in the toe, it's not. This looks kind of actually, I don't know.
No, it says synthetic.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good synthetic leather. The back material, it's like the full length synthetic leather. They're really pushing this TPU counter on the lateral side of your toe.
Smart.
Yeah.
Thank
They're
you.
really talking about having a very supportive shoe in regards to the Millennium, especially for lateral movements. And it feels like that. I mean, you're not going anywhere in this shoe.
Dude, that's a great idea.
Yeah, great.
Great idea.
But, it's super stiff.
If you guys see the video of him like bending his shoe, it's real stiff, dude.
Yeah, it's one of those shoes that you put on and it's like, it feels good and everything, but it just feels like, God, this needs to break in.
Yeah.
Because the shoe, there's no heel slippage, but you feel it kind of wanting to pull a little bit because the shoe is so rigid. And it needs to start building in the crease line so it bends easier. But it feels super, super supportive, which is good.
I feel like once you break it in, it'll be pretty nice. It's never gonna get as soft as a knit though. But yeah.
And it's also pretty thin.
Is it?
It's not super, super thick.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not the thinnest, but it's thin enough for it to feel, somewhat minimal.
Yeah.
Aside from it being pretty stiff.
But the material in the toes feels a lot better than the material in like kind of the
It does.
Like it feels pretty shitty, dude.
Yeah, it does.
You have a lot of stitching though here in the forefoot as well, probably for added durability and support. But you really don't need it because the material is pretty much like it's crazy,
It's crazy.
You do have some crazy Achilles pillows, which Adidas is starting to add into their basketball shoes. Thank you.
And it's nice. They feel real nice. Yeah.
Okay, and then in the back, I don't know, what is this?
This is a weird ass pull tab. I guess it's cool. You can grab it here. I never really saw one like this.
But you have a heel tab coming up a lot, so I don't think you would really need
It's a double heel tab.
Which you're not gonna. It looks cool though.
Yeah,
it looks cool from the back.
It's a spoiler.
It's it's what you need in your shoes. You know, you're gonna be flying through the court with these, right?
Yeah.
Moving on to fit.
Fit is real nice.
Really?
Yeah.
So true to your Adidas size?
True to your Adidas size. Fit is snug. If you're wide footer, it's probably a little narrow for you. It's not super, super narrow though. But it's just a great fit for my foot. I really love it.
There's not a lot of toe space, so it seems like there's a lot of toe space.
A little bit.
A little bit?
There's a little bit of toe space.
Especially when you were bending the shoe, it seemed like there's a lot of toe space.
Yeah.
So just a little bit?
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of toe space, and there is a little bit of toe space, but it's not a huge deal, because it's a little tall in the toe.
Okay. All right, moving on to support and lock. Yeah, you're gonna be,
You're gonna be locked in.
With a shoe like this, a boost caging you up a little bit. You have an internal heel counter, and this, I think every basketball shoe needs some type of. If it's not a counter like this, the material needs to be really stiff here. So if you're gonna have a knit material, and then the counter or like the boost midsole coming down low, you're gonna experience some lateral support issues. Yeah. But this is very smart, especially for the design. So shout out to Adidas. And it's it's not super wide though.
That's wide. Yeah. It's like average.
Really?
Not crazy wide.
Yeah, but you feel stable and all that?
Yeah, super stable.
All right, let's move on to weight.
Ooh, I think these are gonna be heavy.
Yeah, pretty heavy, right?
These are gonna be despicable. I feel like.
Probably like what, 20? 20 ounces. I think that's pretty heavy for you, right?
Yeah, that is 18.9.
18.9. So
it's up there.
It's up there. It's up there. But how does it feel though?
It doesn't feel that heavy.
Yeah, because it's not super puffy anywhere. The material is pretty thin, right?
It's such a sturdy, strong shoe, and the way the fit is nice, the traction feels good. I mean, you feel pretty responsive in the shoe.
Okay.
But it definitely is not the lightest, most minimal feeling shoe.
Okay.
But it doesn't feel as heavy as it is on paper.
I see. Yeah, so I think if the materials break in, it'll feel pretty nice.
Yeah.
Moving on to aesthetics, looks like the Harden Volume 1.
Yep.
Very, very much. It is not a shroud though. The actual material is stitched, so it's not like a shroud, kind of like the Hardens. You can kind of put your finger inside the shroud.
Yeah.
It's actually stitched, so you can't do that in the T-Max, but this aesthetic looks very similar to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks really cool. Especially, I like this colorway with the gold touches.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I've always liked the T-Max. For some reason, you got this whole aesthetic here in the toe that comes down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like them. There's some weird colorways though.
Yeah, there were.
This is kind of the more mellowest colorway I could get. So there's that. Let us know what you guys think. But yeah, that's my first impressions. I was actually really impressed.
Okay.
So far, but I'm gonna get to hooping in these, putting some heavy hours in.
Yes.
But yeah, these are coming in at 160.
160. They're very expensive.
But they are available.
Yeah, they are available, and we think it's gonna be a good performer.
Yeah.
But that's the first impression / tech overview. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.
Later.